I know that. That one you've been praying it since before we even got married.
What do you do?
I know.
It's a prayer just to help
I
him.
know. Anybody that is moving close like this, hey, in the spirit and in the physical. I know that. Good.
Do you pray for me?
Of course.
You pray for me?
Yeah, of course. Why would I pray
What
for
kind
you?
of prayer do you pray for me? What kind of prayer?
That
Wait. Let's see what kind of prayer I pray for me. What do you tell God? Let
God
me even know.
melt his heart, help him to listen to me, help him to be patient.
You're not praying for me, you're praying for yourself.
I'm just joking.
It's true that
I'm
helping to
just
listen to
joking.
me. It's a joke. It's not a joke.
it-
Out of the abundance of the heart,
No,
the mouth speaketh.
I'm
Let me tell you
serious.
the prayer I pray. Kereboshke. Kabaya. I won't tell you. Can you see it as part of your life responsibility? If you want to get married, you don't have to get married, okay? And you must.
So they should.
And don't demonize people that get married. Don't pick the ones that they're not like doing well as an excuse that the marriage institution is totally bad. Don't start consoling yourself in what is not helpful. There are people that are enjoying their marriage. They might not shout on the rooftop or top roof. They might not be on the, there are people, just like business, just like your nation too.
Can I?
Hey.
Go.
It's like I've been rapping, right? I think one major reason why people are not, younger people, because we're still young, are not so enthusiastic about getting married is they don't have so many examples in their faces of the ones doing well. Fortunately, the media narrative is not helpful. When you watch movies, you watch the news, soap operas, it just paints a picture of, this one is divorcing, this one is separating. And then growing up, not many of us had homes where our parents were happy. And the question is, why should I get into this thing when it looks like everybody is suffering? Conversations. Welcome to Conversations with Yemi and Bimbo David. Today we have a lot of things to talk about, especially as it relates to relationships and marriage. We talk about sex, we talk about pregnancy, and anything that is related to that. God will help us today. Conversations. I believe our conversations has been a blessing to you one way or the other, right? So always like, always share, always subscribe, follow, whichever one, and let's know how these episodes have been a blessing to you. Today we're going to talk about pregnancies, marriage, sex, relationship, and we'll see where that takes us today. Conversations. Let's welcome Bimbo David to Conversations.
Hello, everyone. So we've been he mentioned pregnancies, and yes, there was a point of conflict sometime in our marriage where the pregnancy phase affected especially sexual intimacy. And why are you looking like that? So we want to talk about, and we've spoken to a number of people that have had similar experiences. Speaking for the woman, let me just go out there, just start. So speaking for the woman, pregnancy is not for many women, is not an easy phase, right? A lot of things change in the body of the woman. As much as there's an excitement about a new baby coming into the home and the family, but it's also telling on the woman emotionally, physically, her body and all. So sometimes, there are different reasons why it may not, sex is the last thing that the one is thinking when she's pregnant, making love and all. That's, for some women, and in many situations, maybe the first trimester, second trimester, whatever, it may be the last thing that the woman is thinking of. So men should understand.
No, I think the issue is, and this is what we're talking about. This is to help people prepare. We didn't know. I didn't know. She didn't even know. You get married, you're excited. Some people have had a lot of experiences before in terms of maybe sex, but I didn't have that. So the joy of getting into marriage. So you can imagine the reality of, enjoying yourselves, and then suddenly pregnancy shows up, which is a good thing. So I think what we want to also do is to encourage people that are just getting married, especially, to be aware, because for us, it was a big battle. Thank God for His mercy and helps. You're getting married, and then you're excited about marriage, and then pregnancy comes up, which is a thing of joy. But most men, especially, don't realize the other side of it. The reality that, especially if it's the first or second pregnancy, where your wife's body begins to adjust, her hormones adjust, mood, everything is adjusting. So she's not even herself. So just realize that maybe you've been enjoying love making, regularly, and then suddenly something just stops it. That's for like 9 months. For some people, is 9 months. For some people, is 6 months. And then the delivery period, you are expectant. Okay, baby has come, and when you are doing naming ceremony, your celebration is beyond the baby. That we're going to resume action. That kind of thing. And then another thing starts, because breastfeeding, no sleeping in the night. That was even, shall I use the word, more critical than the pregnancy period. You can still manage pregnancy period, but that one, she doesn't sleep in the night, you take care of the baby. And if it's your first child, for instance, if it's a woman that's never had a baby before, which was our experience anyway, which is a great thing anyway, we didn't have, there was no time. So just realize that for somehow, by the time I evaluated it, almost 2 years, you didn't have the regularity. Believe me, I was not myself. I used to get angry, naggy, reacting. But it was when I understood it that, okay, I think we need to get people prepared for this. I want to encourage both parties, even as a woman, if you know that this is the situation and you can still find ways of meeting the needs of your husband. And as a pastor, I've counseled with a number of people. By the time I evaluated it, many people that got into adulterous relationships or distractions, it was that period. They were not themselves. And who wants to, overburden a woman that is pregnant or that is nursing a baby? You don't know about, don't want to, so it's just like, so it's an innocent start. And then if you're not careful, the devil hijacks that. You find that you are distracted. So I just want people to be aware, whether it's your first child or second child or third child, pregnancy comes with its own additions. Like, at the very root of it that is needed is the word discipline. Oh yes, discipline, because you can't really blame your wife or another person. It's just discipline. But why should you be disciplined? Don't let what you do in a temporary way destroy what you have in the future. I hope. Why are you looking at me like that?
Anyways, you're right. We have been aware. I think it's also important that we start talking about it even before the wedding, pre-counseling. When they come for counseling, because it's a major issue. I remember that when we were, I think the beginning parts of pregnancy was really tough, but as I settled in and I was, now welcoming it and all, then the mind, not just general, but even for my husband, there were times when you were cautious. You're like, no, I don't want to disturb you. I don't want.
And if a lot of ladies know that, they should be able to kind of encourage the man to switch back.
That's what I'm saying.
Because when they switch off like that, the devil now tries to give them options.
It's something that they need to talk about, not just with themselves, but talking to experts, in the sense that it was while we were pregnant. I remember that.
Where we were?
Oh, that's what they say.
Okay.
That's what they say.
Okay, while we were pregnant. Oh, I like that. I didn't know. How do you mean, sir?
Both of us were expecting a baby. Is it me?
Akika. Sorry, continue.
It was how I was pregnant that the doctor, oh my goodness.
We were pregnant. I wasn't pregnant. Don't tell me everything.
While I was pregnant. See, that's
I wish I was pregnant. Sorry.
I don't think your wish is when if it actually happens.
Go ahead, please.
So during our own season,
yeah.
I remember that it was a medical, advice
Okay.
from our doctor
Yes.
that, no
Take it
intimacy
easy.
the first 3 months, allow this thing. Because there were times when, we have 4 daughters, and so for some of their pregnancies, or even before them, I had some miscarriages,
Oh,
along the
yes.
way. So it was instructed by the doctor that keep calm, don't touch her for this number of
And then you'll be
months.
shaking your head in the hospital, the doctor will be
What do
talking.
you want me
You'll be
to
doing like this.
do?
And you'll be feeling that they don't
So
punish you
wait,
again.
no, but you assume that the woman too is not missing the intimacy. That's what you think. That's what you think, that it's only men that want
No, there's
the
better than
sexual
intimacy and sexual.
That's what I'm talking about
Are you saying
sexual
that when you are
intimacy.
pregnant, you also
Yes.
miss my intimacy
Didn't
with
I come
you?
and meet you sometimes?
I thought
And
it
you
was
will now
just
be
to
saying that-
pacify. I thought it was just to pacify me, not because ladies, especially with the first child, they so love the pregnancy or have a baby coming. Sometimes we men feel that wow, that's all she likes and wants, which is fine. But we feel unattended to at times.
See that
But we understand.
the thing is, I think what happens is that when a couple is pregnant or expecting, they feel that it's only the woman that should learn about the pregnancy. I think both parties, husband and wife, need to read together, because pregnancies are different. There are no two pregnancies that are the same. Our first, when I was pregnant with our first daughter, it was even much better than some of our other pregnancies for our children. So they need to understand that when the man understands that, even biologically, there are things that they should know, that this is what is happening in the woman's body.
But I think the woman should educate. The
woman doesn't know. The woman too doesn't know.
Somebody now.
How will she know?
That's the first one.
Even second one.
But she should be able to.
No, that's what I'm saying. That not pregnancies are the same. They're all unique.
Okay.
So both of them still need to sit down together and learn it. So of course the woman may know more.
Yes,
but at the same time, when the man understands,
saying that the man needs to be encouraged a lot more, because he's missing something. He has not this school of marriage and pregnancy.
You guys are seeing that the woman too is not missing. So it's a joint thing. It's a partnership.
Okay, tell us what you feel.
I've been saying it now.
How do you give people feel during pregnancy? Just give us a hint.
What do we feel?
Yeah, just give us the preamble.
Well, for me, of course, my own situation is unique to
I know,
me.
but somebody can pick from that.
So there's morning sickness that happens.
Morning, I didn't matter.
Remember, when I had most of my pregnancies, I was always throwing up.
Yeah, in the morning.
They call it morning sickness, but it can happen anytime of the day.
Yes.
So that was a big issue for me, and it lasted. So typically they would say maybe the first 3 months, but for some people it lasts longer than 3 months. For me, it lasted longer than 3 months.
Why?
I don't know. We don't, and even medically they don't really have an answer.
But do you pray about this kind of things?
Oh my God!
Because we pray about other things. Anyway, continue. It's sickness now.
See that.
Okay, sorry.
I remember I had a conference. I had a book that I read, but there are still some things that are biological. Just like some things are biological to a man.
Like what?
As you're talking about pregnancy, when you're talking about family planning, why is it the woman that they say they should do this? Why can't the man go and do his own family planning and especially if it's family, go and cut his whatever? Why is it always the woman they're always telling to go and do?
I don't understand what you're saying. No.
There's a word they call it. Don't be a vasectomy.
Vasectomy. She do what? We should tie what?
Your.
No, I don't understand. Look, I'm a child.
You're ready. You're ready. You in front of the. You're ready.
See, I don't know what you're talking about first. Is it to tie the thing that will produce this
sperm?
That's fine.
And it's permanent.
I think the challenge is
about it. Don't mind. For him, because we considered it.
No.
Yes, we did. We did, and I was ready to do it for myself, because me, I was. And I said, wait, just wait. And that's okay. Go and do your own. Go and try it.
I'm ready.
He said, go for it. That's what he said.
No, but when you said it was like they should cut my thing, and that's that's not right. Why are you laughing? That's not right now. What God gave me. Listen.
Oh my God.